So Florida's definitely dealing with some turbulent weather there, right?
Yeah, they have a front that's moving through, and of course, you know, this time of year, we've talked about it before, springtime, we can see a lot of that severe weather. Florida's kind of prone to it, though.
Yeah.
And where I'm from in Florida, Tampa Bay area is the lightning capital of the United States, but I actually have a look at where Boynton Beach is, where my husband's father lives, actually. So we've been there quite a few times, really nice area, but not when you see a situation like that. So I have it actually pinpointed here on your radar. If you've never been to Florida, it is about, what did you say, about an hour, hour and a half? I haven't been there in a while, but hour and a half north of Miami there where I've circled it, and you can see that front that's moving through, creating those thunderstorms. So thankfully, back where we are here at home, we are seeing ridge of high pressure, and that is going to stay with us through this week, maybe even the start of next week as well, because it is just going to stay put. Now, it is offshore, but that will start to transition towards the east, and as it does, it will change our wind direction, which will be a warming mechanism for us. So you can see that I'm going to put the clock into motion. The time will be changing, but notice that ridge is just going to continue to deepen and strengthen, and then eventually transition to the east a little. And again, the flow around high pressure is clockwise. So with it being offshore, we are seeing kind of a northerly wind, northwesterly wind, but as it moves towards the east, we'll start to see more of an easterly wind. Those winds coming off the mountains from the east will act as a warming mechanism for us, and that is what's going to be helping to bring in those 80-degree temperatures. And we should be in the lower 60s this time of year, so really warming things up. In the meantime, we're already above that in some areas, above where we should be for our daytime high of 62 is the norm. So notice mid to upper 60s in several locations, pretty much mid or central sound to the south sound. We're already about mid to upper 60s and even some low 70s. As you move towards the north, though, we're seeing low to mid 60s. But again, we continue with that warmth throughout your afternoon. And it's time for Fido's forecast to get you through the next several hours. And this is Hero. Just look at that face. He kind of looks like a superhero too. If we put like a little cape on him, how adorable is that? Well, they're out in Paulsbo. Things are looking great there too. And notice that we are seeing those temperatures approaching the lower 70s, but some of you will still be in the upper 60s, but especially central and south sound definitely look to be warming up into the lower 70s with lots of sunshine. So get out and enjoy that walk today, and notice that sun is not setting until 8:28, so just before 8:30 there. Enjoy. Here's a look at your mountain forecast for today. Mostly sunny. We could see a few more clouds up near the North Cascades, but still a lovely day, upper 50s to lower 60s with light winds and a freezing level of 10,000 feet. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So a lot of you in the lower 70s today, but we'll give it a range anywhere from upper 60s to lower 70s, maybe even a couple of mid 70s, probably down in the south sound for that. And then notice we're going to have more of the same tomorrow, already back into the mid 70s by Wednesday, and then look at that by Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the 80s. And notice we don't have rain in the forecast at all.